All right, well, we're back for the discussion of Hot Pursuit. And if you watched our review, we were mixed on the movie. It's fine. It's not terrible. It didn't really set our world on fire either. The plot's nothing to write home about. The characters are nothing to write home about. And the jokes they're enough to keep you going. They're enough to keep you interested in the movie or watching the movie just to see, what kind of wacky things they're going to get up to. But, honestly, it's like a really tame Farrelly Brothers movie. It's like it has that sort of, there's just something about it, like how it's shot and the way it's written. It just really feels like a 90s era buddy comedy, that sort of goes on the road for some reason. Like, they don't really even explain for a while, like, what they're driving towards or what they're doing, what the point of them driving around is. And then, the actual... It's... The disappointing thing is that, like, it's not just sort of like The Heat. It's like the same characters as The Heat. You've got the sort of tight-ass by-the-book, Sandra Bullock in The Heat is Reese Witherspoon in Hot Pursuit. And then, Melissa McCarthy and Sofia Vergara. And, you're right when you said that Sofia Vergara basically plays the same part as she plays on Modern Family. But that's what they wrote. Like, that's what they wrote this part to be. All she is, her entire character is, she is a attractive Hispanic woman, like, drug lord character, and she speaks with a thick accent. Like, that's her whole character.
There's not much backstory in this. They kind of give you a little bit here and there, and that's to set up events later in the movie, but you don't get to know Reese Witherspoon's character. She wants to be a cop because of her father, but that's it. That's all you really know. Sofia Vergara, she's married to a drug runner for a cartel boss, and that's all you have for about half of the movie.
Well, yeah. They, like, the explanation of why Reese Witherspoon's character is, like, she's in charge of, like, evidence or something.
Yeah.
The explanation for that, like, they go into, like, the backstory of why that happened and what she did to do that. That was kind of a funny scene. Like, because it was at least something that I didn't expect to happen right then.
True.
Like, all the stuff with, like, the scene where they, like, make out in front of Jim Gaffigan.
That was terrible.
Like, so much of this stuff is predictable. It's like, of course that scene's going to be in the movie. Like, they're going to go for a couple of these, like, sort of gross out sex joke things. Them stripping down in the where they were getting clothes or whatever. Like, that scene was telegraphed and predictable. That's what you're going to put into a movie like this.
I think the best jokes in the whole movie were probably in the newscast in the background.
Yeah.
So she keeps getting shorter, and Sofia Vergara just keeps getting older.
Well, yeah, they keep escalating that, and honestly, that's all in the trailer too. Like, they ruin that part in the trailer. But, like, that might have been funny on its own, but, like, the whole, there's this other thing that goes on, like, in comedies, modern comedies, where, like, half the dialogue is the two characters just, like, pointing out physical things about the other character. So, like, half of Sofia Vergara's dialogue in this movie is making fun of how short Reese Witherspoon is, or how she looks like a boy.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? Like, that's okay.
Yeah, it's...
Sure.
It's not the most inventive movie I've ever seen by far. But
I mean, like if Melissa McCarthy were in the role, it would just be nonstop fat jokes.
yeah,
But they worked with what they had.
yeah.
It's
So
just-
they couldn't get Melissa McCarthy.
yeah,
so
she was
they-
busy. She was busy.
Yeah. No, the scene with Jim Gaffigan was painful to watch.
Yeah, it really was.
It was terrible. But it set up for what probably got the biggest laugh out of me is when he was talking to the news reporter at the end. And he was like, they tried to seduce me
tried.
with some lesbian makeout.
I'm a good Christian.
That was the funniest.
Yeah.
But outside of that, everything was really predictable. They killed some of the funnier parts in the trailer. Like, Reese Witherspoon dressing up as Justin Bieber. Would have been great to catch everybody off guard.
Yeah.
Completely blow it in the trailer.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that kills comedies nowadays, and I don't understand it. They throw everything that's great into the trailer.
Yeah.
Keep something back. Tell us what the story's about.
Yeah. I always wonder about movies that are like this. Like this one wasn't as bad as some other movies, but there's a lot of times where you have like a buddy comedy situation where it takes forever for them to actually team up and pair up and be on the same side. And this movie kind of walked the line because they were on the same side for a while and then they flipped back. But like even that is obnoxious to me. It's like be on the same side or don't be on the same side, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be conflict to make it seem like our heroes aren't going to make it. You know, they aren't going to succeed.
I get it, but like conflict between the two leads in a buddy comedy, I guess to me like that should be something that's like a subplot rather than the main plot, the main story. And maybe they'll save that for Hot Pursuit too.
No.
You know, maybe that's what'll happen. I mean, people were just flocking to this tonight, so.
Oh yeah. Hey, the girls behind us loved it.
Yes.
They were very excited about it.
Thankfully, there were two of them, so one of them could actually pay attention to the screen. Because they kept asking questions like, did she shoot him? Where did she shoot him?
Oh my god, I couldn't
In the
believe
chest? That wasn't me. That was both of them. That was their conversation.
We'll remember when the Cameron Crowe trailer came up. She's like, I think it's called this. If the title was on the screen.
Yeah. The title comes up. Trainwreck. I want to see that.
I think it's called
Trainwreck or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was atrocious. But
I'm gonna find out later that my wife was just sitting behind us fucking with us.
that would make sense.
That would make sense. It would make more sense than what happened.
Honestly, their commentary made the movie a little bit better because I'm just like, I see the audience that this is reaching out to.
They were entertained.
This is definitely this is Starsky and Hutch for women.
It was, I mean, there's a sort of vicarious thing to it that I get. Like, that's kind of what is fun about buddy comedies in general, is that you can sort of live vicariously through the characters. And I can see women watching this and having a good time, same way I can see women watching The Heat and having a good time, or anybody in general watching The Heat and having a good time. It's just not for me, and it's such a by the numbers, done to death comedy that I don't need to see this movie again.
Like you said, it felt so dated.
Yeah,
you know, it felt like something I watched in the 90s, because I watched it in the 90s a lot. But yeah, it really felt dated for, being a brand new movie. Even some of the stuff that they threw up there were just very dated. Like some of the country songs that played in the background were incredibly dated. There was nothing modern about it almost.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to find out later that it was shot in like 1999.
Before Sofia Vergara became popular.
Yeah, exactly. They were just waiting for her to become popular before they put it out.
That's what it is. They waited for Reese to hit it big with Legally Blonde and
then they waited another decade.
Yeah, they were like, let's do what? That's what it was. It was Legally Blonde Mall Cop.
Legally Blonde Mall Cop. I don't think it was nearly that bad.
Well, you take a good movie like Legally Blonde and mix it with Mall Cop, and you get a decent movie.
No, I don't think you could colon Mall Cop into anything nearly this good.
Fair enough.
Well, that's our review and discussion. Thank you for watching Hot Pursuit. If you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at DaleMaxfield.com. Thanks for watching.